Hello, 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 my beautiful people. It's your girl, SaVita, the money maven, a Navy veteran, survivor, and the Olivia Pope of finance. Welcome to Let's Talk About It Tuesday, where we sip mimosas and spill the financial tea that they definitely did not teach us in school. So if you're with me live, do me a favor right now and drop hashtag team live in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from and tap the screen so the algorithm knows that we are outside today. It's a little chilly here in Florida. It is 61. That is supposed to be the high, but I think my plants have been covered up for about a week now. But we're going to make it do what it do. I contribute that to my dad. He always say that, make it do what it do. Now listen, it is Black History Month, and today is not about quitting Dr. King and going back broke. It's about economic power, financial truth, and generational changes. Let me start it like this because somebody needs to hear this. We need to have the conversation that does not happen enough in our community. Not the cute conversation, not the budget better conversation, the real one. Because Black families, they don't struggle financially because they're lazy. The struggle comes because we were blocked from ownership, denied access to fair lending, excluded from wealth building systems, and never taught the same rules. And now, even a legacy shows up in what we earn, what we inherit, what we pay in interest, and what we're approved for, how fast we can build. But here is the part that changes everything. You can't control what the system did, but you can control what you do now that you know. So this conversation is going to ruffle some feathers, but comfort has never built legacy. So if you have ever thought, I'm doing everything right, but still stuck. Why do I work so hard and still feel behind? What does wealth feel like when it skips my family? Stay right here. Today is for the professional doing all the right things, but feeling stressed. The woman rebuilding after divorce and refusing to start over broke. The man trying to build wealth, but realizing nobody taught him the rules. The parent determined to pass down power, not struggle. And the person who keeps saying, I'm fine, but doesn't feel secure. So let me say this clearly. This is not just about money. This is legacy. And the wealth gap persists not just from oppression, it persists from lack of financial knowledge, lack of education, and lack of strategy. So here is why Black History Month matters. Because Black history is not just about remembering what we survived, it's about deciding what we're building now. Most Black families were raised on that survival money skill. Pay your bills, don't overdraft, don't get evicted, and get a job with benefits. And these are real priorities when the system is squeezing you. But nobody taught us how money grows, how taxes work, how to protect income, how to plan for retirement income, and how to keep what we earn and how to pass it down. So we do what we were told. You put the money in a 401k. You keep grinding. Social Security is enough. That's what you hope, right? And pray we never get sick and pray we never get laid off. Let me tell you, baby, I had the 401k struggle. Social Security not there yet. Got laid off, but yeah. But baby, hope is not a strategy. Drop a fire in the comments if you're ready to build wealth with structure, not luck. All right, so hey, let's talk about the quiet part. Why the wealth gap persists. Like I said, let's start with the truth. Black people were never behind because we didn't work hard. We're behind because we're blocked from ownership, not for lending, excluded from systems, not taught the rules. And now that we know different, we move different. So type I'm ready in the comments if you're ready to stop guessing and start building. All right, Sheila, I see you. All right, Brian. All right, Nicholas. All right, Justin, Clyde, Betty, come on. I see Beck in the comments. Come on, y'all. Now, I'm going to say something that might offend the retirement industry. A 401k is not a plan, it's a tool. And here's the problem: most people were told to put money into a 401k without ever being taught how it works. So, what people don't know, but should know, that your 401k is tied to the market, which means it can drop. Withdrawals can be taxable. Uncle Sam is in your pockets, but I keep telling him he's not my uncle. Access before retirement can mean penalties, and it doesn't automatically create retirement income. And if you leave a job behind, you may have money behind. That last part, that's the old money problem. So if you've had more than 2 jobs, there is a strong chance you left money behind. Not because you were careless, because the system doesn't teach you what comes next. People don't lose money, they lose track of it. Type yes in the comments if you had 2 or more jobs, and type no if you have only had 1. All right, Burn. All right, Sheila. All right, I see you, Nikki. Definitely. So I'm going to talk about 5 shifts from survival to strategy. Number 1, stop planning life like it won't happen. So if we want to change our economic reality, we need more than motivation. We need structure. So you stop planning life like it won't happen. You understand that real wealth planning, it includes illness, layoffs, disability, caregiving, which we're going through now with our parents. And it's a whole, listen, I keep telling people, if you do not have a plan, the government has one for you. And that plan, you will not like it. So it's a challenge, but that's a whole nother story. Recession, because those are not rare, they're real. Number 2, protect income like it's an asset. What do you mean? Great question. So your income is like your number 1 building tool. So if your paycheck stops, what happens? We just had people laid off from a Frito-Lay plant here in Florida. Whether they had notice or didn't have notice. I mean, a lot of times people don't even know what to do, but okay, so I'm going to find another job. How long does that take? What I do with my 401k, nobody talks you through that. So benefits, it's just so many things that we don't talk about. So if your paycheck stops, what happens? If you can't work for 3 to 6 months, what happens? Shift number 3, build that tax awareness. Taxes, they are wealth killers. If you don't understand the rules, you're working for somebody else first. Yeah. Number 4, you turn that savings into income. Retirement is not about a balance. You know what it's about? It's about income. Can your money replace your paycheck? That's how wealthy people think. Shift number 5, stop letting pride block education. This one thing stings, but it's love. Some people would rather struggle than admit they don't understand money. Because I know growing up, we talk. Why are you telling people all your business? We don't talk about money. I think we need to normalize talking about money. Yep, normalize it. Money is math, systems, and strategy. If you've ever been taught, you don't need shame, you need information. Which shift is the harder? Hardest. Type 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the comments. I know, right? I see a lot of 1s. I see some 2s, 3s. Come on, 4 and 5. All right, we got it all going on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The wealth tool we ignore. Now let's talk about the part people whisper about. One of the fastest ways to build wealth is to own something. Not just work for something, and not just save for something, but own. So that means a business. You can have real estate, intellectual property, a skill that pays you beyond your job, because jobs can cap your income, replace you, burn you out, fire you, and still call it a business while your bills don't stop. So no, entrepreneurship is not just hustle culture. Entrepreneurship is economic leverage. And here's the part that makes people uncomfortable. A lot of people want financial freedom, but refuse to consider the industry to actually provide it. Now, let's be clear. The financial services industry is one of the most classical industries for Black men because you about money. Number two, pays you to educate. Number three, it builds community and leadership skills. For scale income. Number five, community. So most industries pay you to do a job, teach wealth strategies, and build wealth strategies. That's not a pyramid, that's a pathway. And if Black communities had more people who understood money and taught money, baby, the wealth gap starts shrinking one household at a time. So type ownership in the comments if you're ready to stop hiding and start that power. Let me ask you this. Did anyone ever teach you how money grows, how taxes work, how retirement incomes works, what to do when you leave a job? Type yes or no. I see a lot of no's. I see a couple of yeses. No judgment. Most people were never taught. And let me say this publicly. I have been battered, bruised, and broken. The divorce, the career disruption, life just lifing. And I didn't survive all of that to give you cute quotes. I solved money problems. I help people turn that chaos into clarity, control, and cash. Because pain without a plan just repeats itself. And I'm here to break cycles. That's why during Black History Month, I am offering a wellness check. This is not salesy. This is not judgment. So this is a strategy review to help you locate where your money is, see what it's exposed to, like the stock market. Fix what needs fixing, building income that you can rely on, and stop relying on one strategy. So just drop wealthiness in the comments if you want to stop guessing. So finish the sentence in the comments. One thing I was never taught about money was blank, because I'm reading them. How to keep it, how to make it grow, how to keep more of it, how to make more of it. Definitely. I feel you. So Black History Month is not just about the past. It's about building a future where no gun withdrawals, no family fighting when someone passes away, no lost 401k sitting in the dark, no adult kids stuck caring for parents without a plan. It's wealth. So comment, find it if you want my checklist to locate old 401ks and forgotten money. Book a wealthness check if you want a real strategy and manage. Just drop business if you want to build additional income while learning wealth strategy through financial services. Because we just don't need more money. We need more people who understand it. And I'm here for that. Because baby, we're not surviving this season. We're structuring our way through it. As always, I love God, I love people, and I love to have fun. Holla, peace, namaste, and I see you next Tuesday. Stay warm.